I don't know what I want for dinner. I don't know what I want for dessert. But I know that I'm gonna go talk to that girl and start to flirt.
Well,
cool down with Coke and Vanilla Crown.
Ooh. He said last time we were on the pod, he was drinking Coke and Vanilla Crown. I never saw him take one drink. He's like, I was toasted. I had no idea.
I definitely took at least 2 drinks.
Yeah.
Probably only 2. I took a lot more drinks before we started.
Okay. So you were just riding it out?
Yeah, I was just riding. Riding on spinners.
Speaking of spinners, we'll spin dash right to our grave drinking the G Fuel Sonic Edition.
I had that at work. I had that one at work.
And it is peach rings is the flavor. I actually like the design of the can. I think that actually doesn't look half bad. So, I was like, you know what? That's a pretty cool looking can, so I thought I'd give it a shot here. So, I had the Mega Man one before, so now we're trying Sonic.
Now, before we get that review, can we get a price check on that? Because welcome to the price check. New and improved, re-grooved and rebranded.
Mm-hmm. That's actually not that bad. Very peachy flavor.
Much like this podcast. Peachy and not that bad.
Oh, can I get a price check on
I guess it's
aisle
$2.79.
$2.79?
$2.79.
My G Fuel was $2.99. But buy 2 get 1 free.
Who was on your can? What video game man is on your can?
So mine's called Ice Shatter. It is Mortal Kombat 11 themed, and it's got our boy Sub-Zero. Goddamn light.
Sub-Zero.
Sub-Zero. That's why it's Ice Shatter.
Coming straight from Minnesota. Sub-Zero from famous game Mortal Kombat Mythologies.
His best piece of work.
So easily the best Mortal Kombat game.
Easily the best Mortal Kombat. It's so good I don't remember anything about it.
So I have one question. If Sub-Zero is from Minnesota, then where is Scorpion from?
What do you think, bro? Death Valley.
Yeah, we're on the same page.
Yeah. I was gonna say here, but Death Valley is a lot even more hot.
Yeah, that's actually, we could just, instead of them being from the, what do they call it, the Earth Realm? There's like the Earth Realm and the Nether Realm.
Yeah.
We just like make it so all the Mortal Kombat characters are just from the actual Earth, and it's just like, it's like Street Fighter characters, but they're just from real locations. Like, we all know where Liu Kang is from, for example. Sub-Zero and Scorpion are obvious.
Mm-hmm.
But what about...
You want to go through all the original 7?
I'm trying to... I guess actually they're all kind of obvious. Like, Johnny Cage and Sony are obviously America.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going cities. Like, Johnny Cage would be definitely Hollywood.
Oh, that's true. Yeah,
LA.
Johnny Cage is Hollywood.
Yeah. Sonya, where would Sonya be?
Somewhere in Texas.
Yeah, I was thinking Texas.
For some reason, I had Florida in mind.
Texas. I think Jax is from Florida because I can just imagine him fighting alligators with his big metal arm.
But no, in the original 7, Jax wasn't part of the 7. He was in the story. He was in the movie. But
oh, really? Oh, who's the original 7?
So we got Sub-Zero, Scorpion, Liu Kang, Johnny Cage, Sonya. Oh, motherfucker!
Tana.
She wasn't playable yet.
Kano,
and that's
Goro.
He was the final boss before Shao Kahn.
Yeah, but I thought he was playable though, because you can't play as Shao Kahn.
Raiden.
You can play,
Raiden. There we go.
Yeah, you can play. You can play as a Goro. Goro messed the little like 4-year-old Zeke up real good.
Oh, same here.
That cheap bastard just jumping in the sky.
The way they made that game.
Where's Raiden from then?
Oh, where's Seattle? Maybe.
I thought he was actually from like China or Japan. I think he's Japan.
His name is Raiden, which is the Japanese god of thunder.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that would make sense.
I think we just answered our question.
There it is.
Oh, therefore he's from New Zealand.
Perfect.
Right around the corner from Brian.
He has 3 pet sheep.
Yep.
Pet sheep.
And he's in Mount Doom. Yeah. So since we're the price check, I thought we could all tell a short little grocery story. I will lead with mine because mine is hilarious.
I wasn't ready for this.
Yeah, I
That's
wasn't.
good. That's why you got time to think. That's
I got
why I'm going
time.
first. See, this is
Right.
called big brain maneuvers. So
No.
I was burning the midnight oil. Not literally, but I've always wanted to say I was burning the midnight oil. And a fine gentleman, he was a really nice guy, came up to me and was like, "Hey, can you show me where the jalapeno cream cheese is?" And I'm like, "Yeah, no problem. It's right back here." So I took him over to the wall where it's at. I'm like, "Here you go. It's right in here." And he picks up and he looks at it and he's like, "This is the spicy jalapeno cream cheese. My wife said jalapeno cream cheese." And I was completely dumbfounded. I swear I did not say a word. I just did this. And I just walked away.
You walked away.
I didn't know what to do. I was frozen. It was like the equivalent of like, like let's say you see a girl at the bar and you're scheming. You're like, all right, I need to figure out how to go approach this fine lady and speak to her. But you're too weird to just go up and say, "Hi, my name is my name." So you start making this plan, and you got this. So you're like sitting there thinking, you're devising all the master strategies, and then while you're devising a master strategy, you turn around and she's right there, and she's like, "Hi, my name is
Slim
my name."
Shady.
Yeah. And then when you don't know what
She
you're frozen.
approaches
You weren't prepared for this moment, so you're just like, but Big Mac, and then you just run away.
All right, that works.
Yeah, similar to that.
So, two instances come to mind for me. I can tell you when I first got started as a bagger when I was 16. Some people there played prank on
Fastest
me.
hands in the West.
Right, fast. Boom. There is a bagging competition every year. Actually, I don't know if it's still going on, but when I was a bagger, you would see if you're the fastest at your store, and then district, and then you end up like the finals in fucking Las
nationals?
Vegas. Yeah.
Hey, you
Yeah.
get Mandalay Bay main stage in the arena bagging.
Well, it was
That'd be
nice.
stressful.
I was never gonna make it to Las Vegas, but if you won your store, you got like $100 for free. So I was like, sweet. If you want to give it to me, sure. Actually, the first time I competed, and the second time, just like, hey, we need someone to represent. Here you go, and here's your money.
Did you have your onesie?
No. It might have made me a little faster.
I feel like it would have made you way more aerodynamic.
You're not like Spider-Man and wear it underneath your clothes, so then that way you're ready.
Ooh, that's a good move.
Suit up behind the alley.
You never have to get ready if you're always ready, right? So
yeah, exactly.
That's pretty good. But yeah. It's the apron that slowed me down. I always wore an apron, and it just got in the way.
Did they check your hands before for any kind of like substance?
Yeah. They said, "Let me see your hands." Flip them, and then they rub them like this. And they're like, "All right, there's no sticky stuff on there."
No sticky stuff.
No sticky stuff. Yeah,
I wouldn't have passed.
And then once it turned away, I stuck my hands in my not my pants, but my apron pocket.
That's why I wouldn't have passed.
Nice and, see, you keep yours in there. But the story is like, I'm the new guy. Don't playing pranks on me. I went into the freezer to get ice for the front cooler, and they shut the door behind me, and they stuck the pallet jack on the other side of it, and I was in there for like 2-3 minutes.
And you don't like the cold.
Is
this what created your fear of the cold?
The trauma.
It's not the fear of the cold. I just rather be warm than cold, bro. Like, I grew up in AZ. Give me the heat.
I don't know. This sounds like the beginning of a suspense survival movie, locked in the cooler.
or the R. Kelly song.
And the second time, this is similar. I got myself locked in the cooler, or actually, I was in my mid-20s working dairy, and they had dropped off the load, and we just had a lot of stuff where the pallets were stacked actually backed up to the door. But there's enough room for me to squeeze by it and work the cooler from inside. I kept the door open just enough so I can get back out. Someone walked by, or somehow it just shut. I can't get it. I can't reach it. I'm literally stuck in the dairy box. And then, like, every time a customer comes by, I was just like, I'm trying to yell to get someone to hear me, but we have glass doors, or we have the doors. So the only way someone can hear me is when someone actually grabs some milk or open one of the doors. And so like it took like 10 minutes to get someone's attention. And they finally got someone, and someone had to let me out of the cooler. So I was in there.
Hey.
Right. And then like I
Hey.
was so close to start clearing shit out and try to slide through one of the racks.
Yeah, that's how I was looking. That's what I was saying. I just slid right out the front.
Right? Yeah. I was gonna slide down the gravity rack. But
I was
yeah,
hoping
that's
you were
what-
gonna say you just like hulked down the door. You were just like, oh, and just busted through.
Oh look, I mean they had the gravity racks. There's like 6 of them, so I had to take like probably what would emptied all the milk ones because it's bigger items, less milk to gallons to move. And I could have just slid through, or yeah, I would have to I don't know how I would unlatch it. It would have been hard to get the racks undone and just walk through it. But also I was at a store that was shutting down and they started getting rid of the racks. So instead of walking all the way around, I used to walk through the cooler door just to get in the back. So that was always fun. Just like felt like Batman going into his cave. All right, guys, see you later.
Peace.
Yeah, you're getting rid of the racks, but you were making the racks.
Oh, man. They fired me because I made too much racks. I'm
Yeah.
like, yo,
Racks on
These
racks
guys-
on racks.
we gotta save racks. So you
He's
gotta
got
go.
Rack City.
Rack City.
Rep suit.
There
All
goes
right,
the
Mr.
shoulders.
Brian, what do you got?
So mine was kind of recent. Apparently we have a elderly lady that is pretty infamous for doing these kind of things. So I work at the meat counter there.
Hello,
And-
young man.
Kinda. Like definitely that like old kind of looking lady. So she wanted 6 chicken breasts, each individually wrapped. So that took forever. Each one individually wrapped. And then after that, she wanted to buy some tenderloins. And each one of them had to be exactly a quarter. And she wanted 3 of them. And so if one of them, like the first one I put up came out to like 0.27. And she's like, nope, that's too much. so I am literally shaving little pieces of meat, and I do this 3 times. So each one's exactly a quarter pound.
That's those pieces of meat had to look horrible.
Oh,
afterwards.
they were butchered. And I even tried to tell her, I was like, ma'am, I'm gonna try and do the best I can, but for what you're asking, I can't make these perfect. And she's like, I don't care. We just only eat so much, and we found a quarter pound is just perfect for us. So I do that, and then after that, I hand her the last tenderloin, and then she proceeds to go like, wait, I want some fish. We head on over to the fish case, and I'm like, oh God, what are we going to do now?
Mhm.
So she does the same thing again, but with the salmon. And she wanted 6 pieces of those, exactly a quarter. So again, I'm sitting there, and this took like 20 minutes to do all of this. And so the other guy that was closing with me was just stuck on the counter taking care of other people while I'm sitting there just cutting little slivers of fish and meat off of these pieces so that way they're exactly a
magnifying
quarter
glass.
pound. Yeah. And I was mad. I had to take a break after that. I was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I know you've been at the counter, but I need to go cool off for a minute. So yeah, that was fun. And apparently she's infamous for doing this. And I guess they've tried to tell her that they can't do that exactly, but she doesn't care and just keeps keeps coming in and doing it.
Old people are the law.
They are the law.
He was so frustrated. He bought a fucking pack of Marlboro Reds and went outside. He doesn't even smoke.
Yeah.
You know?
He just lit him and
Sit
threw him
out
on the
there.
ground.
he was in the cooler. God damn it.
Flick him on the
quarter.
ground, stomping
A
him
quarter.
out.
You should ask her if she knows Sirloin Guy.
Oh, that guy.
Sirloin
Man.
Steve.
Oh, Sirloin
Oh.
Steve.
He
Possibly.
still lives. He still lives. I saw him like 2 months ago. He still lives.
I thought
All right, so I actually also have one. This is kind of actually a reoccurring thing. At
Oh.
the store I work at in IU, we have this guy that comes in, and I think he might have some mental issues, but he doesn't understand any kind of boundaries. He will follow someone into the store, follow them around until they stop, and then ask them about things. Like, if they pick something up, like, I think he actually, and I worked there, so I obviously had my shirt on and everything. You could see I worked there. And, like, I was going around doing something, like, stocking shelves, picked something up and he like started asking me questions about it, and you just have to answer him until he leaves. But we also have to keep an eye on him because, like I said, he'll follow people. It's usually women, but we can't do anything until he like actually creates a problem. Like we can't just say no, you can't come in our store anymore because it's for all students, but he'll sit outside for like hours and follow people into the building.
Specifically, follow them into the building.
Well, into like the store, and then follow them around and, oh, have you tried this? Oh, you like that? And people will be like, oh, well, I've never had it before. I'm getting it for the first time. And it'd be like, oh, well, I bet it's gonna be good. You'll have to tell me how it is. But like, he's never gonna see him again.
He's just practicing his conversational skills.
Yeah. He's grinding out his social skills.
He's grinding social experience.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, I just loosened my mic. Damn it.
What?
Uh-oh.
What?
There we go. I accidentally loosened my mic and it almost fell off.
So
Well, that'd be good content.
that story kind of reminds me, except it's not a creepy story. It's like, it reminds me of the time when I was cashiering and the customer came up and was like, can you talk to my son about, because he stuck his hand into the barrel of gummies and just popped in his mouth and he's chewing it at the moment. And can you give him like, it's the parent that doesn't want to be the
Bro, that's your
hard
son.
ass. It doesn't want to be the hard ass. But I was like, okay, I'll talk to him, but maybe a little sternness. And then right before I was about to,
Buster.
I wasn't gonna go that hard, but I was gonna be, just a little, And then she proceeds to tell me that right before I'm about to do this, that he's autistic. I'm like, he's fine. They're okay. They're on the house. Have a good day.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna go anywhere near that. That's all I need is fucking.
You don't have a random stranger try and handle your autistic child. Like,
Yeah, I know. Or there's some type of issue. I can't remember if it's been like 2-3 years, but there was some issue. I was just like, we're okay. There was just a handful. Those are probably 80 cents worth of gummies. We're okay.
Yeah.
But so I was like, yeah, I backed away. Yeah. Just fade off. Not me.
Yeah, you do the Homer Simpson lean back into the bush.
So that's been a fun time. That we just found out that you were in grocery. We've been in it for many years. How long you been doing it?
I just started this year.
You just started this year?
Yeah, because I
we
work at
we inspired him.
We
Well,
inspired
actually,
him
it
at
was
the
just-
same time.
It was quite literally the closest job I could get. I could walk from my room, I could sit on my bed, stand up, and walk to work in a minute and a half.
God damn, that's nice.
That is really nice.
That's nice.
Let the record show that Devin was greatly inspired by all of us.
Yes.
I'm
I mean,
proud to be a role model for you, Devin.
You're looking at 150 years worth of experience in this. This is for me.
That's not. None of us are even.
Wait a minute,
over
no, I don't
40
think that
years
math,
old.
No. If I had to take a guess, we got 40 years probably.
I was gonna say 40, 45.
40, 45. I got like
Yeah, because
16,
you
18.
started at 16. Now you're like 72. I mean,
Roughly.
Yeah,
You're pretty
73.
close. 73. Damn it.
73, and don't you forget it.
Don't you forget it.
I've been on and off, so mine is sporadic, but
I have that issue sometimes.
yeah, I have that. I have that on alrighty right now. That's for sure.
Yeah.
So hey,
What's up,
Might you be bubblicious?
bro?
I would love that one.
I put it at the beginning. It was
Does
I
anybody
saw
remember
that.
Big League Chew?
I do remember Big League Chew.
Oh.
It went away and then came back like 10 years later, and I was like so hyped. But I was an adult, so I didn't really buy it. So I don't even know if it's still around.
I've never had it.
not
I just
really.
know it
and
exists.
I think it's because like they didn't want kids to be imitating chewing because they're trying to like phase tobacco out completely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back in our day, Big League Chew was cool. Now it's like
Big League Chew. And remember
but now, like,
the fucking
They can't even have they can't even have like tobacco on the baseball field anymore, and that used to be like a normal thing.
Yeah, just spitting on everywhere.
Mhm.
That was
Yeah, no
definitely
tobacco anywhere.
that was definitely my buddy. The whole like wad and the
So there was two types of candy cigarettes. There was the white ones that would and you would just suck on and get really small, and then there was another one that was gum that actually had a wrapping around it, like a paper around it, and you can take it off and put the gum in your mouth. But before you did that, you would put it up to your mouth. Thank you for the ducks.
I have no idea how that will turn out in like post, but like yeah.
Just let it go. It's fine. And you put the gum cigarette to your mouth, and you can blow while the paper is still in there. And like there was something in it to make it look like smoke.
That's crazy. I don't know about this technology.
That was just the one. It was just the one.
I
Also, the gum cigar. Now I'm thinking about that. I remember you used to get gum cigars from the ice cream man.
Yeah, this is when smoking was cool.
This was it's the early 90s.
Let the record
mid-90s.
show that smoking was never cool. People were just dumb.
This is true.
Dude,
Yeah,
I miss the ice cream man.
Every
Run down
once
the
in a while,
street.
I'll be driving and I'll see an ice cream man. I'm just like, whoa. And there's like, I feel bad because I'm like, no kids are gonna come out.
No.
Oh,
Who's
they still do
letting
here.
Oh,
Well,
that's I mean, yeah, you guys are 30 years behind. That makes sense.
Yeah. I'd run down the street to the ice cream man.
Mm-hmm.
You get the big ice cream sandwich.
I think I didn't really do the ice cream truck thing a lot, but I remember at least twice getting the SpongeBob one. And it was always
Oh,
different as
yeah.
fuck. Like it was never right.
And that tells you when he was getting ice cream. When it was the Ninja Turtles ice cream, the Sonic ice cream.
Yep. I had every single one of those.
Right? Yeah. That's why that's where I found my love for cookies and cream ice cream. Do you remember the snowstorm?
Yeah.
Like the snowstorm was badass. It was like literally a cup. As well, did you just see I love that
What's
fact.
that?
We're talking ice cream.
They had no bowl in a bowl though.
They had no. Do you remember the screwball?
No,
There was a- There was
Dude, you
a.
remember all the names. This guy's legit.
Yeah, I had none of this.
So it's a cone with ice cream, like pink ice cream, but at the very bottom was a gumball at the bottom. So you had to work your way through the ice cream to get the gum.
I had something similar to that where it was a popsicle, but the stick was gum.
The
And
stick
so
itself?
yes, it was the weirdest thing ever. It would sticky fingers all day.
Gumsicle.
Like was
Yeah,
the whole
the-
stick?
That would tilt me.
Like how did you hold on
Yeah,
to it
so
and
the
not just
whole-
like
Because it was
Outward.
frozen, so it would
Okay.
actually hold for a while, but you had to eat it quick.
You're on a time limit.
I don't remember them being around for very long, but they were very good.
Put 15 minutes on the clock. Let's go.
Yeah.
Eating that shit.
I just remember getting the ice cream sandwich. That's what sparked my love of ice cream sandwiches. It was like the big cookie and then the ice cream and then another big cookie.
Oh, like the
Are you-
Mrs. Fields one?
Yeah.
That one I'm thinking of?
I thought
I
you
don't
meant
know.
like the chocolate and ice cream one. You're talking like the like cookie and ice cream one.
Yeah, the cookie,
Okay.
the
Yeah,
cookie
those are
cookie.
far superior.
The
Yeah,
double,
real good
double
stuff.
cookie.
Completely agree.
The real
Especially with
ice
their
cream cookie.
M&Ms.
Yeah. Oh man, the M&M cookie.
Those
Yeah,
are
that was fire.
good.
I saw a video where someone took a pint of ice cream, sliced it down the center, and so now you have rings of ice cream, and just put cookies on the side, took off the wrapping, and you got yourself your own fucking ice cream cookie.
That's some crazy tech right there.
That's Talk
Look at
about a
that
hack.
superior tech right there.
Mm-hmm.
So
You wanna know? Oh, go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say, since we're talking ice cream, I'm curious as to what everyone's favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor is.
My favorite Ben and Jerry's flavor. Even I haven't had Ben and Jerry's in forever because I can get the store brand ice cream for like $1, and it's way
That's
bigger
fair.
and more delicious. Which I could make a tier list of the store brand flavors. I think my favorite Ben and Jerry's was the Tonight Dough.
That's a good one.
I can't remember the names. I gotta look it up because every once in a while, if it's too
the
late to go
homie-
to the grocery store,
Homie
will-
remembers every single name of the ice cream truck ice creams from 20 years ago, but can't remember Ben and Jerry's from yesterday.
Okay, so let me tell you,
Ben and Jerry's.
homie grew up poor, so I started eating Ben and Jerry's with my girlfriend because she likes Ben and Jerry's.
It's more recent than
It is more
20 years
recent,
ago.
yes.
I guess I can't even say anything because I also only remember things from 20 years ago.
Ben and Jerry's flavors. Continue. What's yours, Brian?
I really like Americone Dream, and Tonight Dough is really good. And then the chocolate fudge one is also really good. And then they had a strawberry cheesecake one for a while that was really good. I think it had graham crackers in it. Really good.
That Sounds
Graham
terrible.
crackers, dude. If you just get like a huge thing of yogurt and just like a box of graham crackers, you're set.
Yeah, that's a good combo right there.
Just throw graham crackers and yogurt. You can pretend you're being healthy.
Fish food was another good one too.
Oh, fish food is fire.
Yeah,
Is it?
fish
Oh,
food.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know about that.
You don't know? Fish food is really
I've
good.
not tried it. No, my girl loves half baked.
Half baked is
Half-baked.
also fire.
Yeah, or the cores. The cores are really good if you guys have had those.
Yeah.
I think I've tried one of them. I'm looking at them right now.
The peanut butter, I think chocolate one was probably my favorite one.
Like a Reese's cup.
Yeah, but the peanut butter that they put in it was kind of similar to a Butterfinger, was the core part of it, and then they had regular peanut butter mixed in with the chocolate ice cream part.
I think I had the Boom Chocolata core, which is really good.
I feel like
that's
you
the
got
one.
that. I feel like you're looking at the flavors and you just picked that one because of the name.
It looked from. It sounds like
Boom
something I would eat.
shakalaka.
No,
NBA
100%.
Jam.
Hamburger jam.
Wait, Mr. Voice from above, Devin, do you have a favorite Ben and Jerry's?
I don't think I've ever had Ben and Jerry's.
We'll have to change that.
Yeah, it comes
Actually-
highly recommended.
Completely okay with changing
Maybe
that.
not. They're so tiny. They're like this big and they're like $300.
This also looks like something I would
Not
have chocolate
literally.
chip cookie dough.
Yes,
core.
that's another
Chocolate
good
chip
one.
Cookie dough core.
The classic chocolate chip cookie dough.
Yes,
That's pretty good.
because
Always
theirs
classic.
is like vanilla ice cream, and then it's just got like balls of cookie dough.
If I could
Alright.
recommend an ice cream for you guys, try Magnums pints
They won't
because
fit, Mike.
I was thinking of a
What?
different
You say
Magnum.
they won't fit.
yeah, they won't fit.
Magnum.
Unfortunately.
I mean, they can hold a lot, you know. So, but get yourself a Magnums pint. What's
Of ice
nice
cream.
about it is, yeah,
With your
what's nice
Magnum spoon.
you're gonna need them. You're gonna need a
We're-
whole lot of spoons.
We're gonna need.
Well, I'm
we
never
get
gonna
the-
get there. I'm
we
never
get
gonna get there.
we get the Danny DeVito Always Sunny in Philadelphia clip. My Magnum dong. If you, dude, just look at everyone watching this. Just go on YouTube. You're on YouTube. After you finish watching this, just type in "Always Sunny Danny DeVito Magnum dong" and just enjoy the comp. There's so many
But
memes.
make sure to
it's
type in all of
amazing.
those words, or you might get something you don't particularly want.
As long as you have Danny DeVito,
I'm
you
talking
get something you
firsthand
want.
experience.
Yeah, and then if you end up enjoying that clip, turn off YouTube and proceed to watch the entire series because
Yeah.
it's hilarious.
Also
It's
do
a
that.
great one.
All right,
It's a great-
Anthony, Magnum.
Magnum ice cream, pints of ice cream. It's great because they Magnum. But so you got chocolate cookie shell. I'm sorry, chocolate fudge shell, not cookie shell.
Always
But when you
losing
throw
it.
like the magic shell, you put it on top of your ice cream. It's hard and stuff.
The magic
Did
stick.
no one have magic shell like chocolate syrup that would harden once it hits the cold?
Oh, I remember
that.
those.
Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay, so now imagine that on the inside of the pint, the ice cream, and then on top of the ice cream. So your ice cream has chocolate shell around it. So you gotta go through the shell to get to the ice cream. So it's phenomenal. Now you guys made it sound horrible. I hate you guys.
What do you mean we made it sound
That's
horrible?
pretty good.
Yeah.
I
don't
mean,
know,
compared to
well,
Danny
Why?
DeVito, you can't compete with Danny DeVito, but
It makes me think of the damn episode where Charlie's like, when we go to sleep, we eat some cat food and it helps us fall asleep. Like, who the fuck thinks
then
that?
we play Night Crawlers.
And then fucking Danny DeVito pops in. He's like, ha, 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 and then goes to bed.
Yeah.
He shoves it in his mouth. He's out the way. I'm trying to get to sleep.
Oh,
Fucking
dude,
A.
Always Sunny is so good. Let me give you the quick top 3 of the store brand ice creams. Salted caramel, the classic, always good.
Mhm.
Mint chocolatey cookie crumble, the classic, and any of the moose tracks, but specifically the brownie moose tracks. Those are my top 3.
Is this store brand or
Yeah, at my store.
only store brand?
See, my thing is, I don't like a lot of stuff in my ice cream. Like, I like just like a smooth ice cream. So the best one I've found, I think
Smooth ice
yeah,
cream.
a nice smooth. You got to sniff it
Mm.
first. And
Yeah, make sure it
Talking about
has
wine now.
legs.
He hasn't a
Oh, yeah, he
wine glass.
might
He's like, he just holds the wine glass, just like, yes, delectable.
And then you could also make it to where, like, when you're dipping in with the spoon and pulling it out, you can be like, "How does that pull look? We gotta make sure that pull looks
I
good."
mean, yeah, or
Oh,
it's
look at the- look at
sometimes
the
it's just too
drip.
hard. You about break the spoon while you're trying to scoop it out.
Bro, I have
always
so many.
bending
I
the
have
spoon.
so many bent spoons, and then you have to rebend them all the time.
100%. Just fucking
Yeah,
going.
you have, like you can tell
counter.
everyone has that spoon that circumstantially always gets used for ice
sags
cream.
a
It just
little
goes
bit.
like this.
Yep.
No, we have one spoon in particular that's like extra thick that we only use for ice cream.
Dummy thick.
Oh,
Tummy
you
is
say
thick.
tummy's thick?
Yeah, I said dummy thick.
Okay.
Yeah, we could. It's like we could just buy an ice cream scooper. I've never considered buying an ice cream scooper, but it seems incredibly convenient.
I think we had one, and then we went to a regular spoon because it's just easier.
Is it easier?
Yeah, I don't know, something
guess
on
I-
like the ice cream scoops. They're coated in something that comes off after you wash them so many times.
My strat is always when I want ice cream, I wait until I have to pee, and then that way I
don't
go
like
and I
where this
take
is
the
going.
ice cream. I take the ice cream out of the freezer, and then I go pee, and then I come back, and then the ice cream is softer.
Okay.
Ice cream.
That lead in could have gone
I
in
thought
many
you were gonna be.
directions.
Yeah, I was like, is he pissing on the carton to warm it up?
So if you just pee in an ice cube tray,
No, he pees in segments and he does it on the spoon, so it's nice and warm. Cuts to the ice cream.
I was
better.
gonna. Yeah, you can
Yeah,
do the
there you
move
go.
where you run the spoon underneath hot water and then slides right in. You know,
slide right
Oh.
in. It's like it's butter.
like hot knife through butter.
Knife through butter.
Or weave with a katana.
Kermit the Frog wielding two katanas, smoking a blunt.
Yes.
Whoa, where's this at?
That's been
that's
a
the thumbnail.
long time FGC meme of like every time they're gonna announce a DLC character in an anime game, someone makes a Photoshop of whatever character is announced and makes a Kermit the Frog wielding two katanas, smoking a blunt.
That's funny.
It's always
That's really
hilarious.
funny.
It's so good. Yeah,
You know-
it's. Go ahead.
We might be lucky with this multiverses game that's recently come out.
We might actually have.
Because
Can we all just say this is? Can we all just say this is a makeshift version of Smash Bros by WB?
That's
Oh, it is.
exactly what it is.
It's super. It is a fantastic party game. I was watching some people play today, and LeBron James has a basketball because he plays basketball. In case you didn't
Mhm.
know, then you can like throw the basketball, and if your teammate hits the basketball and it hits an enemy, LeBron James will automatically jump to the basketball and slam dunk that enemy.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, alley-oop mechanic.
It's free to play. I actually was thinking about downloading it, but I haven't yet. But I want to check it out because just out of curiosity.
It's a grand time. It's going to be a great shot matches game because it's already made for 2v2.
Yeah. And technically, Batman is now a Smash Bros. Character.
Technically speaking.
And
Yeah,
Shaggy.
I just want to play Tom and Jerry. I was so hyped. Tom and Jerry's the GOAT
Tom
cartoon.
Jerry's hype. I'm excited to see what weird characters they're going to add. Because they have WB. I mean, they have Arya Stark in there from Game of Thrones. So I feel like anything's possible at
The
this
world
point.
is their oyster.
I really want to play as Pennywise. Pennywise main.
There you
Wait,
go.
he's in that game?
Not yet.
Not
You
yet,
think it's coming?
But I'm saying if a Game of Thrones character can make it in, I feel like anybody else is fair game because clearly mature rated content doesn't matter. They're just like, if this is a cool character, we're putting this in here.
Sub-Zero's
So-
going to be in there.
Yeah, and then Ultra Instinct
Yeah.
Shaggy is a thing. They
Ultra
brought the meme
Instinct
to
Shaggy.
life.
Yeah.
Any Scooby? Hopefully.
There's Velma, and she roasts everybody.
Dude. So Velma has a mechanic where when she loses her glasses, your screen gets blurry until you pick them up.
You know what?
That's kind of cool.
I'm
Yeah.
downloading this live.
Live on it.
As we speak.
Downloads
All right.
multiverses.
Since we're continue,
I really want to try this out now.
I might have to try it out too. It
Nothing
sounds
to
kinda fun.
lose.
I'm off
Multiverses-
tomorrow, so I'll give it a go.
Multiverses also has a huge pot bonus at Evo, which will be happening the weekend that you're watching this. Evo, the biggest fighting game tournament in the world, finally back to offline competition for the first time
Offline.
since 2019,
Wow.
featuring Guilty Gear Strive, Grand Blue versus Street Fighter V, probably the last year of Street Fighter V, Tekken 7. I can't remember all the games. I could have brought up a list, but no DNF duel, sadly. There's no crazy. Game's been out for a month and everyone's just exploding and dying and it's hype. But Evo's back. That's why I'm wearing my combo breaker shirt.
I'm gonna make a
Even though I
bold.
literally have an Evo shirt.
a bold prediction here. So the following year, 2023,
Time for Anthony's bold predictions.
bold prediction, bold. Because I saw
He's going bold. Bold prediction.
God, what? It's just a haircut. Our son of a bitch Zeke here has been grinding DNF duel, so I'm making a bold prediction. 2023 top 8 for Zeke over here.
If I can walk to the stage.
Well, we'll get you on the stage, bro. I'll drag your ass.
I'll help
That's
you
true.
up there.
Anthony could just throw me
Yeah,
from off the top rope.
I'll carry you
I'll
in
help
like.
you after I'm done playing Street Fighter over there.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Zeke's
I'll be
gonna
playing
miss the
Street Fighter 6.
qualifiers because he was busy eating.
That's true. I mean, all right, I got 2 hours to eat breakfast. I'm good.
No,
4 hours
first
later.
of all, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna carry a Lunchable so you can eat and walk at the same time. We're never gonna be anywhere too long where you can sit down and get tired, because that's not the case. I can just prop him back up and say, and if he can't walk on his own, I'm just grabbing him by the collar and dragging him.
I got a coach.
There you go.
Anthony's gonna keep me in check.
This is what's
Yeah,
happening.
what actually happens? I go to Evo and then we drink all night the first night,
Yeah, it's easy. You know,
and then
you can get out of
and
the
then
pools easy, no problem.
Oh man, dude, can I share the tale of Grand Theft Deli Slicer?
Yeah,
Yes,
please do.
I've been wondering what this is.
All right, so I recently found out about this, and I looked it up, and it's actually real, and it's hilarious. So there's a Jimmy John's. I think it was in Franklin, Indiana, or something like that. And someone got some power tools and literally went on the roof of the Jimmy John's in the middle of the night, drilled a hole in the roof, rappelled down into the Jimmy John's, took the deli slicer, and rappelled back out of the Jimmy John's.
Had to have been an inside job.
Deli slicers are worth a lot of money. Yeah, they're like several $1,000s. Like a nice meat slicer is mad expensive, but I don't think it's I don't think it's worth. Like,
So I see.
homie, can you imagine this guy's just sitting at home, just playing like the Ocean's 11 song that's like that's in all the Counter-Strike like bee hopping montages.
Yeah,
And he's just sitting there just like planning this out. He got the schematic of the Jimmy John's. He's like, all right, my entry point, I'm gonna go up here, drill a hole into this roof, put the rappel in, rappel down. How do you carry a meat slicer while rappelling up, by the way?
Yeah, those suckers are heavy.
I think there might have been a second man.
it's either that or he. You know how when bank robbers have the big old duffel bag, you throw the money in. He threw the slicer in that.
He just had a huge
and
double
hung it
bag.
around them.
Wait, so it could be like one of those things where you have the villain in an adventure movie that's stealing the treasure, and they're on the helicopter. He could tie the deli slicer onto it.
He ties
and then
the deli
hold onto
slicer?
the rope, and then
Oh my god, he ties the end of the rappel around the deli slicer, climbs up, and then pulls it up.
Yeah,
That's
That's
crazy.
they go up together.
As well as why wouldn't he just walk through the front door at that point?
Well, then there's going to be like alarms and stuff, right?
I mean, was there not an alarm already?
Apparently not. He just went in the middle of dead of night, just straight in. Yeah, I'm sure there's probably also like a failed attempt where he came in with like a fishing wire with like an adamantium fishing rod. And it was like, I can't get a good bite.
But why
That
a
was on
deli
the rappel
slicer?
kit.
I feel like there are so many things that would be easier to steal that are worth
But the
as much.
Because you can
or
flip
more.
it, 100% flip it.
Oh yeah, I
Meat
guess you can't
slicer.
really track a deli slicer.
And this is true, and I say that as in from experience because like I didn't steal
true.
one, but my oldest brother knows some shady characters, and one day I was at my brother's house, and somebody just shows up with a deli slicer.
That might have been him.
Well, this is many years ago, but it could have
This
been
might
the
have
same
been
guy.
many years ago.
He could, he just
He's like
Maybe
he's like
this
the
could
he's
be-
like he's like the wet bandits in Home Alone.
right,
He's just
yeah.
hitting all the Jimmy Johns and just taking the deli
He
slices.
got away with it. He's continuing the jobs.
Serial deli slicer thief.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then my brother kept it, and so we just there was a deli slicer on the counter in my brother's place.
You just have a deli slicer. Those things are dangerous.
100%, dude.
You gotta be careful with those bad boys. Yeah, on the topic of Jimmy John's, because the person who told me this story, and I was like, no way, bro. So he worked at Jimmy John's. They said they're always like, you like mess with the new people. So he told this kid, He's like, "Hey, can you go mop the freezer?" Homie actually went and mopped the freezer. He made a dang ice ring. So then he just has a video on his phone of him like breaking the ice with a broomstick. So remember to tell your coworkers that are new, ask them if they can go mop the freezer and see if they do it.
Also, if you work in a grocery store, if you want to prank someone, tell them to go shake the dressings. Every hour, I gotta shake the dressings, bro.
Shake the
Yep.
dressings.
Gotta
That's
activate.
a classic one. Gotta activate them.
Shake.
Yeah.
Activate 'em.
Well, no, that's actually what we did one time when I worked overnights at a big grocery store. We would mess with the new people and be like, "Yeah, so when you're unpacking the ranch dressings, you got to make sure that you shake them up before you put them on the shelf." And so we had like hundreds of these boxes, and this kid was just sitting there just shaking them up for like a good 10 minutes. They were like, "Okay, no, we were just kidding," but the kid just kept going.
Yeah, that's
Shake
what
up
you.
the salad
That's what you told him. That's what he
Goddamn.
has to do now. He's playing. He's turning around on you guys.
Yeah.
All right. You son of a bitch. I feel like because Brian did that to his buddy, I feel like Brian would be the guy walking by my cooler and pushing it closed, and now I'm stuck in there.
Yeah, he's the one who trapped you in the cooler.
Yeah, it was Brian. God damn it. I knew
All
it.
according to plan.
I always knew that you looked familiar. I bet you.
He always looked familiar. I thought it was because he was in hit TV show Breaking Bad.
Just, yeah. Like, and he's growing his hair out, so he's not trying to be Walter White
Yeah,
right now.
He's
Yeah,
trying to pull a fast one on us.
He's
It's
growing his hair
so
out. He's in New
connected
Zealand,
link
bro. He's
right
hiding.
He is
Yeah.
in New Zealand. You can tell
There's
from
a
the
lot
light
going
breaking
on.
through. He was like, I gotta get as far away as possible from these fools.
Yep, I gotta go into hiding.
And while he's in hiding, he's been doing a lot of watching shows and movies, right, Brian?
Yeah, he went straight across. He went across the universe. Some might say
Mm-hmm.
Yes, to go do it.
the triple segue.
Yes, triple, quadruple segue.
Triple segue. Quadra segue. Brian is dominating.
So yeah, the new Beavis and Butthead on Paramount Plus is amazing. I cannot recommend it enough. It's so funny.
Is it still with all like the same voice actors and everything from the
Yeah.
old shows?
Which is funny
Beautiful.
because most of them were Mike Judge doing
Yeah.
the voices. So, and he doesn't sound a day older. Like he can still do the voices really, really well.
He was practicing every day for the past 10 years.
Yeah. So I don't know how this happened or anything because I honestly thought Beavis and Butthead were a long gone thing. But I guess we live in a world where everything's getting rebooted.
Yeah.
Is this a movie or a miniseries?
So this was a movie, and it did so well, and I think Paramount had a lot of faith in it because they showed a trailer a couple weeks ago that we're going to get a full-on series again starting in the beginning of August, and I am so excited. I think it's August 4th. So yeah,
The same day Evo starts.
Yes, so we can watch some Beavis and Butthead and watch Evo. Be a good day right there.
I feel like they've attempted to reboot it.
The like early 2010s, late 2000s, somewhere around there. I think it was like
Did they try it on
2008,
MTV again?
2009. They did, where they called it season 4, and I watched all of that when that came out too, because I've been a big Beavis and Butthead fan like my whole life basically, and so I watched that and it was pretty good. But they only did one season and it just never came back. So I don't know if there just wasn't enough people watching, or I'm assuming that's probably what it was, because they didn't really advertise it like at all. But then, flash forward another 10, 12 years, and hey, we're gonna do it again. And this time it was so funny. The whole thing is basically it sums up to them thinking they're gonna score, but in reality other things are happening. So they go on this crazy time traveling adventure and there's multiverse now, so they show like infinite versions of Beavis and Butthead. There's like a super intelligent ones that show up, and they have to try and keep together this fabric of the universe and all that stuff.
That sounds pretty good. That sounds interesting.
It's hilarious. It was so well done, and their humor hits so well because it's still that immature humor. Because like the big part of it is that they somehow get put into NASA, but the movie starts with it being in 1998, So, but they flash forward to 2022. So they actually start in the 90s, which I thought was pretty cool for them to do that. But they had this because there was like this big tube that was going into a hole. And so the idea was for the astronauts was they were gonna make it a tunnel so they could get to a satellite that they needed to repair. Beavis and Butthead see that as a giant schlong into a hole. So they're sitting there putting it in and just laughing. And then it kind of, it cuts forward and like all the NASA scientists and everything are gathering and they're like, they've been doing this for 18 hours and they've got it in perfect every time. No one has ever been able to do this before. And then like the lead astronaut, she comes up, she's like, I think these are the ones we need for the mission. And because they just keep doing it, but they're laughing the whole time. And she's like, well, can you guys come do it in space with me? But she never actually says what it is. So they think that she wants to bang him, which is hilarious.
That's always the ultimate goal for those guys.
And so then I won't really spoil much else from there, but there's another really good joke of like actually making fun of things today, which I feel like can really make or break like an old show in particular. Because you would think like, I don't know about Beavis and Butthead making fun of like cell phones and stuff, because I don't know if that would work. But they do this joke where they find an iPhone and Beavis, and they just start talking to it. And at one point he's like, yeah, can you look up Beavis? And then Siri goes, I don't understand Beavis. And he's like, yeah, sometimes I don't understand Beavis either. And then he just starts having this like big heart-to-heart with Siri and stuff. It's so funny. So yeah, they have the new and then the new series, and they're gonna bring back kind of the music video stuff too. So I think they're gonna make fun of some new music videos. And then they're also gonna do TikTok videos too that they're gonna make fun of.
God. Okay, that's the way to go.
That's
music
right
videos, making fun of music videos. There's not too many music videos these days.
There's a few.
Brian's Beavis voice is on point. We're gonna have to start calling him Brivis.
That's not bad. I like it.
It's pretty cool. There's a big Cornholio moment in the movie too that is hilarious.
Of course, you gotta have Cornholio. He needs TP for his bunghole.
For I only have one bunghole to give.
So is this? Well, I mean, I thought it was a show for a second. Then you reminded me it was a movie. I was gonna say, is there more? Are they looser with the language and everything? But clear it's a movie. So,
no, and that's actually the beauty of Beavis and Butthead. I feel like, is they don't swear, but they do the immature humor. You know, like there's a part where someone says like, you know, cock pilot or something, and Butthead goes, you said, and then he gets cut off, but then there's a joke with it. So it's immature, and that's what I love about it, because it can still be funny without relying on like just this stupid toilet humor and stuff. But it's, you know, I don't know, it's the weird, it's hard to phrase the kind of humor that they have, but it works. And
it was the perfect mix.
Yeah. Sounds and I think it hits just as well today, I feel like too, because it's nice to just have something that's just stupid and just fun.
Yeah.
Because I've noticed comedies are really struggling these days, and we're not even getting a whole lot either.
We're running out of material.
Yeah, so it's really
not
good
like A to Z.
Yeah, not like A to Z. But
the content keeps coming.
Oh, just keeps pouring out.
Tendrils.
So it's just good to see that, you know, some stuff like that can still come back and do good. So highly recommend Beavis and Butthead Do the Universe. It is hilarious. And then get excited for the series, which I'll probably definitely be talking about when that drops in a couple weeks.
I remember, because you said it's nice to just have something that's just stupid humor, and I still remember my favorite Beavis and Butthead bit was when I think it was like they had no power and they're trying to figure out how to entertain themselves, and they're like standing outside and they just have a trash can, and Butthead's like, okay, so I throw it at you, then you throw it at me, and Beavis like, I don't get it, how do you win? And then he just gets hit in the face of the trash can. It's just hilarious for no reason. Like me, and I remember watching that with my friend, and we were like in tears, crying as like 17-year olds. Because it just hits the right way. There's just something about it.
I have something similar to that, another bit that they did where it was a Halloween episode and Beavis ate too much candy, so he became Cornholio. So he was going from house to house as Cornholio and getting candy, and people were just giving him candy. So Butthead notices this, and he puts on his shirt and stuff and starts acting like a Cornholio too. So then they go to Mr. Anderson's house, who's famously proto King Hank from
Yeah.
King of the Hill. And he opens up his door, and Beavis and Butthead are just screaming at him, and then he just goes, "Boo!" And they're the three of them are just screaming at each other, and it's just that just slaps so well.
Oh shit!
What is it? He's like, they're wanking off in my tool shed again.
Oh
Or
yeah, that's
something.
from the movie, which funny enough, I actually watched today. The Beavis and Butthead Do America. I watched today. And yeah, I think it's those boys whacking off in my tool shed.
Whacking off in my tool shed again. Dude, it's so fantastic.
Yeah, I cannot recommend it enough. I think it's worth Paramount Plus, honestly. Like it's that funny. And then the South Park specials are on there too, and those are just as good. So,
How many
Give it-
cornholios do you give it?
I was literally gonna say how many cornholios out of 10.
Were you
I
That's
would
just crazy.
definitely say probably 10 on 10 cornholios.
10 on
So,
10?
Yeah, 10 on
Like
10.
a basketball game?
10 bungholes.
10 on 10.
10 bungholes on top of 10 bungholes.
Do you know my bunghole? For I only
What
have
that
one
mean?
to give.
Everyone's saying you need 9 more to get 10, but
Yep. So yes, hilarious stuff.
the glowing
What's-
recommendation from Brian right there.
What's the verdict on Sub-Zero's juice, Anthony?
I like it. I'm not sure what flavor it is. It just seems to work because it's just called Ice Shatter.
It doesn't say because like Sonic says peach rings.
Yeah, I like I said earlier, I drank that today at work, and it doesn't give a flavor. Maybe I
It's
can
just
find
Sub-Zero juice.
Yeah.
Sub-Zero juice, 300
fla- the
milligrams of
flavor-
caffeine.
The flavor is test your might. Mortal Kombat.
It might be their version of Arctic Freeze from fucking
God, I
Gatorade.
love that movie.
Which one?
The Mortal Kombat movie.
Oh yeah. original-
Masterpiece.
Like everyone says the first one's horrible, but it's so good.
It's
Or
so
maybe
good.
they say
Shut up.
did they say Annihilation's horrible? I saw Annihilation in theaters.
That one is genuinely bad and not even enjoyable like the first one.
Bro, I can get down with that any day.
The first
Those are
one is a
fight words.
masterpiece.
Anthony's like, I hate enjoyment.
Not allowed to have fun in these parts.
These parts, yeah.
And then he just goes to see Mortal Kombat Annihilation. He's like, yes, everyone is miserable. Yes.
Perfect.
It feeds me. Yes.
I think that was the first time I realized someone else can play a different character, like because Sonya Blade was recasted Annihilation. I was just like, that's not her. Where'd she go? And they call her Sonya. I was like, all right, I dug it.
that ain't it.
I know that's like, I'm confused. And Johnny Cage is dead. What are we doing?
Yeah, everyone's just
I
dead
know
and
it.
alive. No one knows what's going on in Mortal Kombat world. They're dead and then they're alive and then they're dead. Then they're
they get
alive.
fatality'd,
Then they're evil. And then they're dead and then they're alive.
Mhm.
and they have cyber parts.
Yeah, and they have cyber parts. And then the robots go. "Bup, bup, bup." This
My
is-
Have you guys
favorite-
seen the
What's up?
new Mortal Kombat movie?
I was gonna ask that question.
Hey. That is the movie with the like crazy like Olympic Indonesian martial artist as Sub-Zero, right?
I believe so. It's the newest one. I think it came out
Yeah.
last year.
That has some dope choreography.
Does
It's
it?
really
I haven't
good.
seen it.
Or I don't know what you call it for fighting. Is it still choreography? I don't know.
Yeah,
but
so
it's
far.
really
I
it's
think
really
fight
cool.
choreography.
I believe it's choreography.
Fight.
But that was such a
choreography.
good movie. Yeah, fight choreography. It was really good. Like I was so hyped. fucking martial arts movies are great, and then that you mixed it with Mortal Kombat. It was so good.
All
Like
right,
I was
here,
on what?
here we go.
Mhm.
Favorite martial arts movie?
Oh, Three Ninjas.
Oh,
Mine's Ip
oh,
Man.
I need a minute.
Mine's Ip Man. Easy.
Hitman's a good one. Hitman's a really good one.
Maybe I was more of a ninja kid because I love ninjas. I sneak up on people because I am ninja like.
Yeah.
Three Ninjas, Bloodsport. That's not martial. This is martial arts. Yeah, this Bloodsport's my favorite movie of all life.
Bloodsport. Bloodsport counts as martial arts.
Hard Target's another good one.
Hard Target.
Was that Steven Seagal?
No, that was Van Damme.
JCVD, also known as Guile, in
Yes.
a great Street Fighter movie. Now that's an awful, amazing movie.
Yes, that's another one. With Gomez Adams as M. Bison.
That's right.
Do you guys know the story behind that?
I didn't know there was a story.
Yeah, I was like, I'm confused too.
So it's just a cute little story, but he took the role of M. Bison because his son loved Street Fighter. Apparently, they'd play.
Oh, I do know this. Yeah.
Apparently they would play on the Super Nintendo one all the time, and his son just loved Street Fighter. So he took the role solely because of his kid. And I'm like, oh, that's a nice, sweet little story.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah.
And then the movie sucked.
But he was acting his heart out, though.
Yeah. It was so great. His kid can be like, my dad was M. Bison.
And Gomez Adams. I love the
Um,
Adams family.
I had the Street Fighter soundtrack. For some reason, I bought the soundtrack in like '96 or something. All I can remember is like Ice Cube did a song that was really good, but other than that, it was like not that great.
dude. No, Street Fighter music is amazing. Street Fighter 2 and 3 music are like just they're all the songs are so recognizable.
Yes.
As in like if you boot up Street Fighter 2 soundtrack and like I think like any person could be like just from the way the songs sound, you can be like, oh, that's Dawson's theme, oh, that's Chun-Li's theme.
That's like Capcom has made good game music. Like one of my favorite series is Mega Man, and all their level music is really good.
Battle Network.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Devil
and
May
then-
Cry music, of course.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Resident Evil.
Resident Evil.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, that save room in the first one and the fourth one.
Capcom's got the right people in the music department over there.
Monster Hunter.
Monster Hunter. Which I saw Brian was playing some Monster Hunter earlier.
I'm back in.
When'd you get that?
I've had it for a while. I am a big Monster Hunter guy, and I
Mhm.
go through phases of playing it. I kind of treat it like an MMO almost, where I just kind of play a lot of it, and then I take a break, like months at a time, and then I come back. But
Do
I
you
just thought
continue
it'd
the
be
story, or do you continue where you left off, or you start from the beginning again?
I mean, Monster Hunter stories are very, very basic. Just, big monster causing problem might cause apocalyptic event. Go kill monster. That's pretty much like 90% of the story.
I get some great voice actors also.
Yes, they definitely do. But I think what inspired it was a lot of people are talking about Rise. I don't own Rise, but I've just noticed a lot of people talking about it because Sunbreak is coming out.
Sunbreak is out.
Oh, it is out. Okay.
It's been out for a couple weeks.
Okay, so I'm behind on there, but I just saw a lot of Monster Hunter stuff, and I was like, you know what? I could go for some Monster Hunter.
I guess we should state that Brian is playing Monster Hunter World, not Monster Hunter Rise.
Correct. Yeah, I'm playing World. I have not put in a whole lot of time in World. I want to fix that because I never got to like S rank monsters and stuff. So I always love to see. I love getting to the S rank monsters in particular because of one, the boss fights are always really, really fun. They're frustrating, but they're fun, and it feels so good getting that kill at the end.
Oh, that's what I love about Monster Hunter. Everybody has that monster, the one monster they just hate.
Oh,
You're like, oh, I'm fighting this thing.
Oh, for me, it's the Zakotomu. Oh no, Kezu. Kezu, the gray dragon that is just a mouth. He doesn't actually have a head. And he's kind of like a parasite, and then he's got like a rubber skin kind of thing, and then he's also electric. I hate him.
Mine, I forget his name. In World, mine is the big wind dragon guy, as he just trolls you. He literally just trolls you constantly.
I hate the
And
unicorn.
and Basil Goose
Yeah, Basil Goose sucks.
or
That's a
Beetlejuice
hell of
or
a
what-
name.
Yeah. He has the other fun thing about Monster Hunter is all the monsters have funny nicknames. Like Basil Goose is also known as Beetlejuice.
Beetlejuice.
He's also known as like B-40 Bomber or something. And he literally just shows up when you're hunting other monsters, just like drive by, messes you up,
Yep, and then he pieces out.
and then he pieces out. He's just a jerk. He's very rude.
Yes, but fun games. Fun games.
Yeah, you can definitely just like sink some time into them. You find like your weapon that you mesh with, and then you start like thinking like, oh man, I wanna get this weapon, and then you figure out what you have to farm to get this weapon, and then you get the weapon, and then you're hype, and then it's just a never ending chain.
Yeah, and then after like a couple quests of the current weapon you're using, you're like, I think it's time for an upgrade.
It's time.
So then the cycle begins anew of you grinding, and then also cool ass armor sets too, because the armor always looks cool.
Yeah, actually, also in Monster Hunter World, I do have I became a Switch Axe player solely based on they added Dante's sword to Monster Hunter World, and it was a Switch Axe. So I'm like, yes, I play Switch Axe now. There we go.
But yeah, I play longsword.
The long sword. See, I like playing the long sword in Generations Ultimate on the Switch because there was like different. I forget if they call them stances or what they call them, but the Valor one,
I
you
think
could
they were
parry.
styles.
Yeah, you could like cancel out of attacks and do a parry, and if you give me a parry, I'm happy.
That was
that's
probably the best the longsword's ever been.
That actually ruined Monster Hunter for me. I can't play any other Monster Hunter games now.
Yep, that's understandable. And
Anthony's
I have never played the game, so
Anthony's like,
And
how long is
I
that
hunt
sword?
monsters in real life with my two hands.
right.
and the bonus is my palico is modeled after my cat.
Oh yeah,
Cow.
you can make your animal look like your animal.
Mhm.
You get a little homie.
Yep, my little palico.
All right, gang. We're at about 1 hour. We've been cooking and stewing, melting our ice cream, cracking that shell into the Magnum. Any closing thoughts, gentlemen?
Play Stray. The new
And we
kid
think
Also-
game.
back to college.
Stray is very cool.
I've seen a lot of videos of cats just watching the screen.
Yes, and dogs too.
Yeah,
Dogs as well.
Mhm.
Like,
yeah.
Also,
That is.
brief summary.
I've-
What is Stray?
The cat game.
You are a
I've
cat.
seen like
You
things on
wander around
YouTube,
as a
but-
cat.
Oh, is that it?
No, so it's
Well, I assume
there
there's
is a
more to it than
story.
that, but yeah.
Yeah, there's
Yeah.
a whole world to it, but it's
Okay.
basically cyberpunk kitty.
Oh,
and
that's got to
so-
be awful.
No, it's actually way better than
Let the
cyberpunk.
record show you cannot customize the cat's junk.
Nope.
What?
But the mods are already coming in hard and fast because there's a
The
Garfield mod.
Dude,
Uh,
the modding community is out of
there's a-
control.
there's a dedicated meow button. So what do? They change the meow to Jason.
Jason!
Jason.
Jason!
What's
So
that
they
reference to?
That's
Heavy
from Heavy
Rain.
Rain. Where Heavy Rain is
press X to Jason.
it's a awesome, like absolutely awesome story, but there's so much jank in it, and it's like there's so many memes. There are so many memes in that game. Especially like if you just so like the game is just kind of like you just wander around and do stuff, and then the gameplay is like quick time events basically. And the funnest way to play the game is just fail every quick time event and just watch your character just bumble and stumble all over the field. It's so funny.
Cut
And then there's
themselves
the
on an
Jason.
envelope. Jason.
Yeah. Jason meme.
All right. So basically, what you're saying is, open world cat game better than Cyberpunk.
No, it's not open world. It is somewhat
Or-
linear, but
Okay.
it is way better than Cyberpunk. There's a fun story to it, and it's very, very charming. And there's a lot of cool, fun robots you get to meet because there's just robots and cats in it. And it's
Perfect
just
world.
it's so charming and so fun. And the way they got the cat is very impressive. The way he moves around is beautiful to look at. It's very impressive. Very accurate. Because like I saw
Very
people
cat.
being like that there isn't a jump button or anything, but it's like cats don't really jump. They just kind of go from ledge to ledge, and so that's the movement of it. And as someone who owns cats, like it was just cool to see.
They attempt to go from ledge to ledge based on a lot of the videos I've seen.
Yes, but this cat is
Nah.
very agile and does not miss the ledges.
Do they more or less leap? Is it a leaping
They
type
pounce.
animation? The pounce.
Yeah, it's like
Okay.
They
leap,
wiggle
yeah.
their butt. They wiggle their butt and then they go, yeah.
Yep.
And then
you
they
can
show
do
Shaq.
cat things.
I think Anthony and I both just wiggled our butts.
That's what I did.
I also did. We're on the same page. Yeah, straight.
And that's
Great
brand new,
game.
right? Like a week or
Yeah,
two ago?
It came out on the 19th, so it's a week old.
Let me make my clickbait one sentence review here. It's the legacy of Kane Soul Reaver of cat games.
Yeah.
I
Let's
agree.
go. But I
Mind
dare
blown.
say it's gonna probably be a contender for Game of the Year. I say like it's
Really, that good?
really it's very good. The really the only downside is the length of the game. Because people have been able to beat it in like 4 hours on their run. I beat it in 7 on mine, but I really took my time and wanted to look around and just enjoy the world because it's a really neat world that they built with this game as well. So, and of course, it's just fun running around as a cat. Because like you can scratch furniture and you can play with toys.
Brian just said, I'm a cat. I'm a cat.
Pretty much.
I'm a cat.
And there's a part where you're walking on rooftops and there's paint cans on some of the ledges, so you can do the whole like cat like slowly push it over, and then the paint can will fall down and get paint everywhere. And then there's also a part where a couple of the robots are playing mahjong, and so you can jump on the table and then all the pieces fly everywhere and they get mad at you. So yeah, there's a lot of fun like little cat things that you can do. You can also get a paper bag on your head, and then it messes with your controls. So like you put the paper bag on your head, and then it reverses your movement controls. So, but then it's temporary, and the cat will eventually just like shake it off. But it's just fun. Like you could tell it was made with love and passion, and it is $30. So I won't
not bad.
blame. Yeah, so it's not horrible because it's definitely like a mid-tier game. Like it doesn't look terrible graphically either. Like especially the lighting in it is really cool and impressive because they have a lot of really cool water effects on the floor that look really good, and there's shadows in there and stuff. Like I said, very impressive game. But I also don't blame people if you can get through it in 4 hours and you're like, I paid $30 for this. Like I don't fully blame you for waiting for a sale, but I also say that it's completely worth the $30 because we're seeing more and more, I guess, kind of laziness in the game industry and stuff. And it's just kind of cool to see something new that isn't a sequel and actually does something that really hasn't been done before by just playing as a cat instead of, like the countless other protagonists that we've had. So yeah, highly recommend Stray.
To release a complete game, which hasn't been done in 5 years.
Yes.
Releasing a complete game, madness.
Right to the goal. That's right.
How dare they?
Since the game is so short, do you think there's possible DLC coming?
I hope so. With the way that it ended, I really hope that we get more. I really want more after this. So maybe it'll be a Portal situation because the first Portal is really, really short, but then the second one like triples the length. So I wonder if maybe it might be something like that where this is kind of a concept game almost. And now that they've proven that they can do it and people love it, because I think it actually topped Steam sales. And I think
It did.
still
It was one of the. I think it was the most listed game for a while.
Yeah,
as
because I
well.
wish listed it last year when it became available for wishlist because I was sold as soon as I saw the trailer. And so but yeah, it broke records. I think it broke PS Plus for a day or two too, because they made it since PlayStation has their new PS Plus system where they're kind of taking from Xbox. They made it
it's like the
free.
Game Pass.
And so I think because so many people were downloading it, it actually crashed the server for a while.
I mean, everything can break PlayStation Plus. That's like
That's true.
that's like a certain someone we know walking into a door frame or something. It just doesn't take that much.
Doesn't at all.
But it's still impressive because, this cute little game about a cat is doing really well, and it's getting reviewed very well as well. There's a meme going around that the game about a cat is doing better than The Last of Us 2. Because it's got an 89, I think, Metacritic right now. And then Last of Us has like a 65 or something. So people are turning that into a big meme.
All right, fantastic. We love Stray.
It's gotta be good.
It's gotta be
A
good.
review like that.
It's Brian approved. And like I said,
Very
the
approved.
legacy of Kane, Soul Reaver of cat games.
Yes.
Literally, boom, put it on the back of the magazine.
Perfect. Ship it.
Anthony, you got anything for us? Closing thoughts?
Closing thoughts. Love y'all. Always have a fun time doing this. And thanks for everyone fucking joining us on this evolution. I'm cramping. Ah!